Yo, what to do, Fatherpreneurs? Have you been trying to grow your following, your business, and/or your brand using content, but for some reason, the amount of followers is just not going up? The amount of subscribers to your YouTube channel is not moving one iota. Well, it could be because you're not creating a type of content that connects and or converts. So in today's training, as we continue on content marketing for beginners, we're going to be talking exactly about how to create content that connects and converts. And I'm going to give you the 10 best practices so you'll not only know what to do, but you also know how to do it and on which platform. So do me a huge favor, comment in the chat where you're from, drop the name of your business and or your brand, smash that subscribe button, that thumbs up or thumbs down button, depending on how you are feeling your boy. And let's kick it this morning. All right, ladies and gentlemen, real quick, if you do not know me, I am Cortez Hustle, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur and founder of the Fatherpreneur Success Academy. And it is my mission and my ministry to help fathers just like you take your gifts, talents, experience, expertise, and experiences and turn those into passive income empires by marrying them with the right systems, tools, automation, and AI and strategies. So if that sounds like something that you would like some help with, not that you need help with, but you might like some help with, then you definitely ought to consider joining our free community, which is the Fatherpreneur Success Academy and coaching program. The academy is free, but we do also have a coaching program for those of you who need a little bit more hands-on training. You need some tools and some systems. We have that for you too. Just go over to CortezHustle.com. That's what the site looks like. Click the big green button, join our free community, and it will walk you right through the steps on how to join that community where you'll connect with like-minded fathers just like you who are on the same path and the same journey, and we're all just learning and growing together. So when we're talking about content as a way to grow your business, if you missed yesterday's training, I talked about the difference between content creators and content marketers, right? What is the main difference between content creators and content marketers? A content creator is just that. They are super stoked and excited about the creation of the content, not particularly excited about any of the benefits or what they want the or how they would like the content to behave. A marketer, on the other hand, is creating content, and while we are not necessarily creators, we are paying attention to the creative part of it, but we have a different intent behind why we're creating it. We're trying to build a relationship, to build know, like, and trust, and ultimately get people to join our communities, follow, buy from us, and create a commerce relationship. So that's the main difference. When you think about that, then as you're sitting down to focus on the creation of your content, you have a slightly different mindset, and it should help you. And for those of you who have been struggling with what to say, how to say it, what types of content to create, then we're going to give you the 10 best practices on how to create content that connects and converts. And then tomorrow, we're going to start breaking down my specific content strategy on how I take about an hour every week to create 5 days worth of content, including this live stream. So I'm going to break that down for you and how you don't have to do lives every day to be effective with this strategy. I'm going to show you how to do just one piece of content and turn it into 5 days worth, 30 days worth, 6 months worth, if you so desire and choose. But we want to get into those 10 best practices when it comes to creating content that connects versus content that converts. So what is content that connects, right? Content that connects refers to content that resonates emotionally and intellectually with your audience, sparking a sense of trust, relatability, and understanding. It's content that aligns with your audience's values, addresses their pain points, and inspires them to take action. When content connects, it goes beyond simply informing. It engages, motivates, and builds meaningful relationships. So if your channels are not growing, chances are is because your content is not connecting. And you can't convert someone to take an action, to become a lead, to become a customer, if you don't first connect with them. So how do we connect with the content that we're creating that will ultimately convert them? Number one, y'all gonna hear me keep saying this, you got to know your audience deeply. As I continue to dive into my target audience, fathers like me, got children, got hopes and dreams of building a legacy, got a wife that needs my time, but also needs me to go out and kill something every day so she can eat, right? So balancing my time with her on a personal and affectionate level with raising my sons and helping them become men, even though they are all over 21, they're grown, but they're still not men, right? So doing all of that work and then running a business, then volunteering at my church, then trying to be a stand-up guy in my community, like all of these things are pulling at me in different directions. Well, guess what? I know you as a man, you have all of these same things pulling at you at different directions. That's why you need a business that's going to work for you with a lot of automation, with some tools and resources, because like Bobby Womack says, you can't be in two places at one time without some systems, tools, and automation. So as I'm diving deep into the pain points and I'm listening to my brothers say, you know, why they're working a job, why they're getting into entrepreneurship, you have to know your audience in order to connect with them. So understand your audience's challenges, desires, and goals by creating detailed personas. Tailor your content to speak directly to their pain points and their aspirations. When you do that, you can then offer opportunities to convert them. So what is the conversion strategy? Use audience-specific lead magnets, i.e. guides, checklists, or templates that offer a solution to their specific problem. Encourage them to opt in by offering valuable resources aligned with their needs, i.e., y'all need to go and join the Fatherpreneur Success Academy right now, CortezHustle.com, right? Because I know as a man, sometimes it's not easy to admit that we could use a little help. If we can't admit it, we certainly ain't going to ask for it, right? Well, by joining the Fatherpreneur Success Academy, you're just automatically in a group full of men who are willing and able to share their struggles, their successes, their wins, their losses, so that you learn from them. So we never have to utter those words, I need help. We just, by default, just start giving help. And if you want to receive it, you can receive it. But there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I would love some help growing my business. And that's what that community is all about. So number one, you got to get to know your customers, man. You got to decide specifically who are you here to serve and what problem are you going to solve and how are you going to solve it. Number two on our list, address pain points directly, right? Don't beat around the bush. Listen, you as a father, you need a system to help you grow your business. You're working way too hard and you're not making enough passive income. And what that's going to do for you is going to lead you to burnout. Ask me how I know. When you burn out, you're going to give up and you're going to say, forget it. I'm just going to stick with this job, this career for the next 20 years and hope I have enough to retire on. No, let me help you build your residual and passive income using systems, right? CortezHustle.com. You got to be direct, y'all. Create content that directly speaks to your audience's struggles, offering empathy and practical solutions. Make them feel understood and supported. You guys don't feel felt, right? I know sometimes I'll be on here hollering at y'all, but that's because I love y'all. That's because I want to see you win, right? You got to make your audience feel felt, right? You got to empathize with them. You cannot be antagonistic, right? I know people who that's part of their marketing. Oh, you're broke, and you're going to stay broke if you don't do this, that, and the other, right? I believe there's a time to put foot to butt when you're coaching and you're pushing and you're encouraging someone, but you don't know what people are going through and dealing with. So I don't think that's a good approach 100% of the time. 10% of the time, I'm just going to jump all the way down your throat and say, man, listen, what you're doing ain't cutting and you got to do something different. 90% of the time, I want to lead by example. How do you convert using this strategy? Include a strong call to action that leads them to a solution-oriented offer, like a webinar consultation where you dive deeper into solving that pain point. Do not be afraid to address the doggone pain, y'all. You are not fulfilled on your job. It makes you money. It keeps a roof over your head. But deep down inside, you're like, I should be making a bigger impact in the world, and I'm not, and I feel like a failure. Come on, man. How many of y'all can relate? See, I be studying y'all, man. I think about y'all problems more than y'all think about y'all problems, because that's what a good entrepreneur does, right? Good entrepreneur is a problem solver. A great entrepreneur is a problem hunter, right? So, number 2, make sure that you address pain points directly. Number 3 on our list, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about the top 10 best practices to creating content that both connects and converts. Number 1, you got to get to know your audience. Number 2, you got to speak directly to pain points. Number 3, be authentic and transparent. I can't tell you how many people don't have anybody in their business because they won't let anybody in their business. Oh, I'm going to run that back because I know that went over some of y'all head. Some of us don't have enough people in our business because we're not willing to let people in our business. Give you an example. I'm 4th born of 6 children, raised by a single mom on welfare. I was a kid who literally stayed in the store for hours because every time I wanted to go to the counter and get my mom's stuff with our food stamps, somebody I knew came into the store and I felt embarrassed. So I didn't want to pull out my book of food stamps in the store. So I would get out the checkout line, walk around, wait till they left, and then I would come back to the checkout line, ready to get my mama stuff, whip out the book of food stamps. I see another one of my friends from school, right? How many of you guys can relate? See, not everybody grew up on poverty like your boy, right? I know what it's like to build and get it out the mud, right? Can you relate? How many of you guys can relate to boiling water on hot plates? Because during the summer, my mom was like, it's hot enough outside. We're not going to pay the gas bill. We don't need the furnace no more. So we're just going to boil water. And that's how we bathe during the summertime, you know? See, some of y'all will be a little too embarrassed to go into the crates like that and talk about your history. And you wonder why nobody wants to rock with you because they can't relate with you. Some of y'all can't even comment. You relate to me, but you're a little too embarrassed to say, Cortez, I feel you, right? My boyfriend climbed on the side of the house and taped the wires back together when they came and cut the electricity off. You got to be willing to let your guards down if you want other people to let their guards down in a way that allows you to connect. Share personal stories, challenges, or failures that show your relatability. Authenticity builds trust, making your audience feel like they're connecting with a real person, not just a business. People, there's businesses everywhere. Reality TV taught us that people want to know the people behind the business. They want to know why they started the business. They want to know what do these people intend to do with the money as the business starts to grow and blow up, because you want to support people who are going to support the things that you believe in. But if you never break down and relate to those people and share your values and all of those things. Like, there's no secret that I'm a Christian Black man entrepreneur. It's no secret. That might turn some people off. If it does, they weren't my people in the first place, right? How do you make that convert? Use authenticity as a bridge to offer something personal, like an exclusive community or one-on-one coaching session. Transparency in your story can make a behind-the-scenes offer more enticing, right? It's powerful stuff, but some people are so embarrassed by their mistakes, their shortcomings, and the things that cause them to stumble and fall that they won't share it. And by not sharing it, the people who you are meant to serve, who also had some of the same shortcomings, who also failed and stumbled on some of the same challenges that you did, they're not connecting to you because you're positioning yourself as this perfect entrepreneur who didn't have any struggles. And people are saying, man, I can't really rock with that person because they had it perfect. I need to rock with somebody who came from a background that was like mine. And a lot of you guys came from backgrounds like mine. That's why y'all rock with me. That's why y'all can relate, right? So if you're just tuning in, we're giving the top 10 best practices for creating content that converts and content that connects. But the connection must always come before the conversion. You're not spending money with anybody that you can't connect with. And guess what? Ain't nobody spending money with you if they don't feel that connection. And content is a great way to establish that connection. Number 4 on our list, craft clear and compelling messages. To connect, use simple, relatable language that is free from jargon and focus on delivering a clear, singular message in each piece of content. Now, some of you guys don't like former President Trump. When former President Trump went up against President Hillary Clinton, they debated and did all of those things. And after the debates and Trump won and Clinton won the popular vote, but Trump won the electoral college and all of those things, and all the debate happened, they went and they looked at all of Hillary Clinton's speeches and they looked at all of President Trump's speeches. And yes, I call him president. I put respect on his name because he actually was president, right? So he held that title, so I'm not going to disrespect it. So President Trump, all of his speeches, when they analyze the way each person communicated, they said Senator Clinton, all of her speeches came across at a 11th grade comprehension level. Somebody put in the comments what grade level President Trump was speaking on when he gave all of his speeches. Did anybody know? I want y'all to really get this, because some of us are creating. Let me just say this. All of us create content every day. Only a few of us are brave enough to publicize that content. But we all create content in our heads every day. The conversation we're having with ourselves, the conversation we're having with other people, that's content, y'all. Some of us just don't put it out there for the world to see. But Senator Clinton, 11th grade level. Princeton Enterprise in the building, Smitty Hustle in the building. He says 5th grade, just a guess. Michael McEachern says 6th or 7th grade as a guess. Y'all, they said President Trump was talking to us on a 3rd grade comprehension level across all of his speeches, which was the average way he communicated. Now, I want you to think about something. He's talking to the American public, most of whom went to public school. He's talking at a 3rd grade level. She's talking at an 11th grade level. Who has more people understanding what they're talking about? Believe it or not, people graduate high school and college and can't get and don't comprehend on the 11th grade level. But everybody damn near made it through at least 3rd grade. So he related to more people. So what am I saying? You ain't got to be trying to be deep in your content. Just communicate clear and be compelling. What's the strategy to convert? Drive conversions by embedding action-driven calls to actions at the end of your clear messaging. Example, if this resonates with you, go join CortezHustle.com. The Fatherpreneur Success Academy is 100% free, y'all. There's tons of downloads and all kind of stuff in there for y'all, man. I just want to see y'all win. I want to see y'all win. Yeah. So you think about it, like he came in the 3rd grade. He connected with more people, and a lot of people voted for him just because they could understand what he was talking about. They ain't understand what he was talking about, man. All right. So number 5 on our list, if you're just tuning in, we're talking the top 10 best practices for creating content that connects and converts. Number 5, focus on value, not just promotion. Provide actionable tips and high-value information that solves people's problems. Deliver real insights that your audience can immediately apply to their lives and their businesses. Y'all, I don't hold nothing back on these streams. I give away my best stuff for free because what I understand is people will say, well, Cortez, if you give away your best stuff on these free live trainings, then who's going to pay to work with you? The people who want transformation. See, information is free everywhere on the internet. Transformation comes with a little work. And most people who need and want transformation need somebody to hold their hand. So they're paying for transformation and presence. I'm going to tell you what to do, how to do it, when to do it, where to do it, but you're still going to be afraid to do it. You would rather be in a community and doing it where the expert gets to watch over your shoulder and hold your hand and make sure you do it right. So you're going to pay for that. You're not paying for the information. When people graduate from the academy to the coaching program, they're not paying for more information. The information is the same across the board from my academy, my basic program, my pro program to my mastermind. The information is the same. How to grow a business is pretty practical and it is pretty straightforward. The accountability and the amount of hand holding you need to get to certain levels is what changes. And that's why the price changes, right? How do you convert on value-driven content? I'm giving you value here, but some of you guys have questions about how this relates specifically to your business. But the only way to ask me those questions and get real dialogue is you got to be a part of the community. So you join the community to ask me questions, right? To get real connection to me. So how do you convert? Offer an even deeper dive into your topic by promoting a paid product or service at the end of your content, framing it as the next logical step after they've received their initial value. And I'm telling y'all, the next logical step is to just join the community for free. Now, if you already have a business and you need tools, you need a funnel, you need an email autoresponder, you need a business phone number, you need a website, then yeah, don't play around in the academy for free. If you don't have those things, go ahead and get the basic plan, which is the Fatherpreneur Sidekick, which is the tool suite, right? But if you already have a set of tools, you already have a website, join the community and let me teach you how to be more effective with what you already have. Now, if the tools you're using are just trash, then I can only help you so much. You might have to switch over to our tools, right? But some of you guys have some great tools already. You just don't know how to use them effectively with the business and the goals that you have. That's why joining the community is the first place to start. Next on our list, we're talking 10 best practices for creating content that connects, and converts. Create engaging visuals. Use relevant images, videos, or infographics that grab attention and enhance understanding. Visuals can make your content more memorable and easier to consume. I'm going to show y'all a visual real quick, and y'all tell me if y'all know what this is based on the visual. And this is what it means. Let me just see if I can find it real quick. I'm going to show you what this means by when we're talking about imagery, right? And when you're creating these visuals like this actually becomes intellectual property for you. Look at this. How many of you guys know this right here? Cash flow quadrant. What's going on? I see you from Sri Lanka in the building. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So this is what it means by imagery. And I want you to think about something else, because Robert Kiyosaki is very good too at creating his these visuals. These visuals are created on the 3rd grade level, y'all, so that any and everybody can understand them. I wonder if I can get to this one. Robert Saki. What is his asset versus liability diagram? Here's another one, guys. This is a copywritten, trademarked diagram on a 5th grade level, right? This one right here. He just made it so simple. And when you can communicate on a 3rd grade level, it should be easy for you to create infographics and things to go with what you're communicating, right? So that was what number were we on? That was number 6. So we got 4 more to go, y'all. But before I do that, I got to tell y'all, like, I'm so serious. Join the Fatherpreneur Success Academy. If you're a man, you're in business, you're trying to grow that business, I want to help you, especially if you need passive income in that business. That's my specialty is, yeah, everybody starts businesses, but then you get into these businesses and you realize there's a lot of work to fulfill on these products and do all of this stuff. Man, I want time freedom. I want financial freedom where your business model matters. So when you join Cortez Hustle, go to CortezHustle.com, join the the Fatherpreneur Success Academy. You're also going to get a free brainstorming session so that if you have passive income ideas, we can help you with those. If you don't even know if passive income is possible for the type of business you're building, one of my gifts from God is creative genius. I can help you map out a path to passive income if we can have a good conversation. So CortezHustle.com. Now, we're going to hustle to get through these last few because we are having open office hours immediately following this session. So number 7 on our list, top 10 best practices to create content that connects and converts. Encourage interaction and engagement. Prompt your audience to engage with your content by asking open-ended questions or inviting them to share their experience. Engaging directly builds stronger community bonds. Again, if I go back to the quote that I got from one of my mentors, one of my virtual mentors, right, Sunny Lenarduzzi. She says, people want to feel felt, right? Michael says, definitely helped me. I appreciate that honesty. Real talk, very true, right? People want to feel felt. So when you're creating content like this, especially in a live situation. Now, some of you guys comment, and I see your comment, but I try not to get thrown off from my train of thought because it does mess you up. Some of you guys, if you've ever done a live and people start commenting and you're trying to engage with the comments and do your stuff at the same time, it messes you up. Now, sometimes I'm up here freestyling and it's easy for me to go back and forth. But when I have a particular amount of content that I'm trying to get through in a timely fashion, sometimes I don't. But I try to, as much as I possibly can, engage everybody who is engaging. Why? Because the art of dealing with people, how to win friends and influence people, says the number one thing that people want to talk about more than anything else is themselves. And if I can make you feel comfortable and safe to share whatever is on your mind, I make you feel felt. If I start calling your name based on the comments that you're throwing out there and they're leading to further dialogue, we're building a relationship and we're bonding. Incredibly powerful stuff. If this was not a live video and you guys were just commenting on my recorded uploads, I go through all of my content and I respond to everybody personally. Why? Because I want to make them feel felt. I want to know that I appreciate their engagement, so they engage more. And then third, the algorithm rewards me for engaging with people, right? Write this down in your notes. Every time you engage with people on any of these platforms, they get a push notification. You know what that push notification does? It brings them back to the platform. That's why the platform is going to reward you. If you guys commented on my YouTube video and I didn't get a chance to respond, and later when I go through and I respond to your comments, YouTube is going to send you a notification that says Cortez responded to your comment. What are you going to do? You're going to go back on YouTube to find out what I said to your comment. And YouTube says, my man, you brought somebody back to the platform. We're going to show this video to a few more people. All of the platforms work like that. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Pinterest, LinkedIn, they all have the same core, the same core tactics or same core philosophies built into their algorithms, right? So how do you convert this? Use engagement opportunities to lead them to the next step, such as a comment that asks for their feedback, followed by a recommendation to join a free trial or sign up to Fatherpreneur Success Academy at CortezHustle.com. Number 8, tell stories, right? Content that connects. If you get good at storytelling, use storytelling to evoke emotions and create a memorable connection. People relate to stories more than facts. So share experiences that mirror your audience's challenges. I just did that. I talked about being fourth born of 6 children, raised by a single mom on welfare, boiling water on hot plates, right? Mom's boyfriend climbing up to the side of the house and taping the wires back up to the house so we can have electricity. But he was scared to really mess with the electricity, so he half taped them. And we lived in a house with aluminum siding, and you got half taped electrical wires on the side of the house in a windstorm. Somebody put in the comments, what do y'all think happened when he half taped up the wires? Right? Telling stories is a way to, again, break down those barriers. See, if I want you to let your walls down, I got to let my walls down first. Once I let my walls down, then you be like, oh, you know what? This is a safe space for me to engage. So how do you convert off storytelling? Incorporate a transformation in your story. Show how the problem was solved, then present your product or service as the key to achieving that same transformation. Offer a free case study or testimonial as proof, right? Because of entrepreneurship, because of some of the things that I went through as a kid, I can sit here and tell you that my children never went without electricity. I don't even think for a day, right? That my wife and I have been together almost 30 years, and I don't think we ever went without electricity, right? Michael said electrocution. Almost, man, but when it would rain, the naked wires would hit that aluminum siding and it never caught fire, but people would always come and say, man, y'all house sparking. You're like, yeah, I know. We ain't supposed to have electricity, so we'll take a few sparks so that we can have some lights around here, right? So so we got two more, guys, and then we're going to jump right into open office hours. So number 9 on our list, top 10 best practices to create content that converts versus and connects. Be consistent in tone and messaging. Maintain a consistent voice across all platforms and connect content types. This builds a sense of familiarity and trust, making your audience more likely to follow and engage with you. There's 3 types of consistency, y'all. You got to be consistently in front of your audience. That's a regular cadence. You got to be consistent with the quality of the content that you put out, both in production and meat on the bones, meaning be good at what you do and what you're communicating, right? And then number 3, you've got to be consistently on message, voice, tone, message. Like for the last 9 years, I've been talking about nothing but building wealth through entrepreneurship. Save money on taxes because you have a business. Use a tax saving to get out of debt. You're out of debt. Credit score goes up. Now you got good credit. It's going to cost you less to finance things. Then you start investing that money, and then ultimately the money starts growing and rolling in from your business. Like for 9 years, my core message has been the same. You're going to build wealth through entrepreneurship. Then guess what? You need to know how to market your business. Content strategies all flow back into entrepreneurship. I ain't done nothing but this for the last 9 years. Different vehicles and how to approach, right? Did some direct sales, some affiliate marketing, some digital products and those sorts of things. But at the end of the day, you need to have a business because it's going to help you lower your taxes. It's going to help you model something different in front of your children. It's going to help you feel fulfilled when you start doing something that's meaningful and purposeful, right? You convert by leveraging this consistency to introduce long-term programs, courses, or memberships. For example, if you consistently provide value, offering a paid membership for exclusive content becomes a natural progression, i.e., Fatherpreneur Success Academy. The reason people are joining left and right is because they know I'm going to show up because I've been showing up consistently for 9 years, right? Last but not least, y'all, don't forget CortezHustle.com/open office hours if you want to join me for a direct conversation. Incorporate social proof. So how do you connect? Show testimonials, case studies, or success stories that prove your content delivers real world results. Social proof helps build trust and relatability. How do you convert your social proof? Pair social proof with a call to action that invites your audience to take the same journey. Example, join hundreds of satisfied customers. Sign up for a free trial today to see the results for yourself. Join dozens of people who I've helped build their authority by self-publishing books and ebooks, right? Join hundreds of people that I've helped start businesses and literally make their first dollar on the internet. That's what we do around here, man. For years, I've been fighting the urge to narrow down and just strictly focus on helping my brothers, but it has become increasingly clear that the people that God created me to serve most, not that I can't help women, not that I can't help children, but who he's created me to serve most, first and foremost, men. particularly fathers, because fathers are not, they are, what society is doing to men today will be a manless society in 100 years if we're not careful. And I'm not saying male-less society. I'm saying a manless society. There's a lot of males out here, not as many men though. And a man had a lot of manhood is tied to our ability to provide. And as the job market is shrinking, that means that our ability to provide, the opportunities to provide through that vehicle is shrinking. And a lot of us are starting to really feel unfulfilled. A lot of us are sinking into depression. A lot of us are starting to feel unworthy. No, you just got to turn your gift into your income stream, because when you start walking in your purpose, your provision is right there. So open office hour starts now. CortezHustle.com/open office hours. If you want to jump into the Zoom room, you are more than welcome. Tomorrow, I'm going to start breaking down my own content strategy, how I go from creating the outlines in ChatGPT to what we're going to train on, to creating the training, to creating the checklist, everything, man. So make sure y'all come back tomorrow and rock with your boy. Until then, I want you to get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up.